Hello students, today we are going to learn the first head of income, that is income from salary. As you can see in the image, there is one person who might be the cashier who is paying to an employee his salary. So let's look at the concept of salary from the perspective of Income Tax Act. So the income from salary has been categorized in three sections as normal salary, advance salary, and last is arrears of salary. So let's look at this concept stepwise. First, the normal salary. The normal salary is due from the employer to the employee for the work which has been done by the employee for that organization. Taken the example of a person working in a college as a professor. He gets salary on monthly basis for the work which he has performed in the nature of teaching the student for throughout that particular month, and in addition to that other responsibilities assigned to them. So the emolument, the amount which has been paid by the institute to that professor for that particular month is called as normal salary. In the second point, the advance salary. What is meant by the term advance? Advance means it has been paid before it has been due. In certain cases, when employees have some difficulties or financial issues, then he can demand the advance salary. The advance salary is also considered as a part of salary by the income tax department. Can define the same as any salary paid to him, means the employee in the previous year by an employer or a former employer, though it's not due before it becomes due to him. Means what? The salary of the month of September. Suppose today there is 23rd August and I have demanded the salary for the month of September in advance. It will be considered as advance salary. The next point is arrears of salary. So arrears means what? Outstanding. In certain cases, due to some reason, the employer unable to pay the salary in time, and that salary becomes the arrear salary. Suppose the salary of the month of June is paid in the month of August, it will be called as the payment of arrears of salary. So they have given you the definition that any arrears of salary paid to employee by employer, a former employer, if not charged to income tax for any earlier previous years. In short, the salary might be due in the month of January 2021, but it has been paid in the month of August 2021. So the salary is not paid in previous year, but this is paid in the next year, will be called as arrears of salary. So in the case of salary, once salary is taxed on receipt or due basis, it will not be charged against on following due or receipt basis, as the case may be. This term means that double taxation of salary. If salary is taxed on receipt basis, then it will not be again charged on due basis. In certain cases, if salary is charged on the due basis, it will not be charged again on receipt basis. So the salary or any type of income should be charged only once, not repeatedly, not twice. The assessee can claim relief under section 89 subsection 1 for the arrears or advance salary. Means what? To avoid double taxation, the employee has a way to claim the relief. Loan from employee is not salary. So, loan from employee is not salary and not taxable as it is advance against salary and not advance salary. So what it means? The loan means what? The amount which has to be repaid by the employee to the employer. So this loan will never be considered as salary because it has to be repaid by the employee to the employer, and it will not be considered as advance salary, but it will be considered as advance against salary. Against means what? You are getting salary and your salary is the basis on the basis on which the loan has been provided to you. The next concept is the partnership, in which one person may act as a partner parallelly. He is getting the salary, bonus or commission or the remuneration, whatever he is getting from the partnership firm will not be taxable as salary, will not be taxable as salary. So what it will be taxable as? Business income. What it means? The amount received in the nature of commission, salary, remuneration by the business partners. It will be taxable under the head income from business and profession, not income from salary. Next concept is what includes in the concept of salary. So the concept of salary includes the wages. The wages means what? The daily wages or weekly, whatever the nature of payment of wages. Any annuity or pension, gratuity, any commission, fees, perquisites, profit in lieu of salary, or any additional wages. So what are these concepts means? If you got the wages is paid to the person who work as a laborer. The wages will be paid to him. Annuity means the annual emolument received. Pension means what? When you got retired from the job, you got the pension, or whenever you take VRS. Same like in the case of any commission, the sales you have done, you got the commission on the same. If you are a professional, you got the fees. The perquisites means what? Perquisites means what? Some allowances and perquisites are provided to the salaried employee, taken as furnished accommodation. It's a perquisite means what? You are using that asset of that company. Profit in lieu of salary means what? You are getting a certain proportion of profit from that company in addition to your salary. Advance salary, we have discussed that the salary which received you on the basis of your salary or the next month's salary which received in this current month. Leave salary. In certain companies there is a concept of leave salary means what? When you are on leave, till you get annually some paid leaves. These are the leave salary. Annual accretion to the provident fund to an extent it is taxable. Means what? The provident fund is the amount which has been contributed by the both employer and employee, and the certain sum of the money is contributed by the employer will be taxable. Contribution made by the central government, any employer, to the account of the employee under the pension scheme referred in section 80 subsection CCD is what? The contribution or voluntary contribution by the employer to the account of employee. So all these 8 points are considered in the salary. Accordingly, time to time the elements got changed and Income Tax Act got amended accordingly to get us the addition of the new heads of income under the head of income from salary. Next is, in the nature of this diagram, we are going to understand what is the concept of salary. So salary, there is section, you got salary under section 17 subsection 1, got allowances, hill allowance, tiffin allowance, then gardener's allowance, the amount which is added in your salary on cash basis, and then you pay to your helper allowance to the helpers, in case washing allowance to wash your clothes, traveling allowance to travel through one distance to another, office to home or home to office, whatever the case may be. Perquisites, the non-cash allowances are called as perquisites, profit in lieu of salary, as we have discussed it earlier. Less entertainment allowance. Entertainment allowance is deductible to the government employees. Tax on employment, which is also known as professional tax. This is for the day. Thank you. We will continue our next part of this head